craftsmanship of the highest order, and new computer technologies come together to create a final masterpiece, the American postage stamp. The creation of a new postage stamp begins with an artist's vision. Letters and numbers are added to create a complete stamp design. This design is for a stamp commemorating Percy Julian, an African-American scientist. A transparency created from this design is scanned into a computer at the Electronic Design Center, where subtle changes can be made.
With the Percy Julian stamp, we had two basic problems with it. The desk, the tabletop of the stamp, it was too dark. So we lightened the brown portion of that, and then we also had a problem with the edging, the gold edging that went around. So we had to go in and put it really in proportion.
After finishing touches are put on the stamp design, the next step is to separate the image into the 6 colors that will be used in this printing.
We electronically generate the 4-color films needed for the process. To do that, we use electronic imaging called a scanner.
The scanner creates film negatives in a minimum of 4 basic colors for every image. These negatives are then exposed onto photosensitive plates called offset printing plates, each used to print a different color. This one prints the color cyan. Creating stamps doesn't only involve computers. One older method of design is the craft of engraving. While this method can be used to create an entire design, here, engraving is only used for the letters and numbers on the Percy Julian stamp.
I'm trying to make a beautiful drawing, so I'm not making a photographic copy. I'm interpreting into another form of artwork. I'm basically making a drawing, but I'm making the drawing by taking metal away rather than adding, as in the case of painting or drawing.
Making a reverse image, the engraver carefully etches his design into a steel plate, or die, to be used in the next phase of the process, siderography.
Well, precision is a very important part of the job. We have to follow the blueprint exactly. Each stamp on that sleeve, if there'd be 960 stamps, each one of them stamps will match the engraver's die.
The engraved portions of the stamp image are then pressed onto a steel transfer roll under as much as a half a ton of pressure. The roll then acts as a punch, transferring exact copies of the original engraving to a cylinder of soft copper called a printing sleeve.
Percy Julian stamp, I picked the roll up, hand filed each subject down to approximately 50 microns. 50 microns is about the thickness of Scotch tape. That's why I have to file down by eye. So when a craftsman's finished, his word is it that the sleeve goes to press.
In the print shop, the hand-engraved sleeve and the computer-generated offset printing plates are used together to create a multicolored stamp. The process of making the stamp a reality now lies in the hands of the press section.
On this particular run, Percy Julian run, the order is for 700,000 sheets of stamps, and each sheet has 200 subjects to it. We're printing over 30 billion stamps this year. So they went to a pre-gummed paper.
More than 20 tons of pressure is required to print the raised impression for the engraved portion of the stamp.
If you rub your finger across it, you can feel it's a dimensional image. 29-cent and the Percy Julian title. In this particular stamp, the first color down is the brown, followed by the magenta, then the yellow, the cyan, then the black, and then a yellow border. So at that point you have 6 colors of offset down on the sheet. We have an online video system on the press that looks at the work, examines the color, If there is a color shift or a registration shift, it gives us an alarm. The printers also visually look at the work, look through magnifying glass while it's working.
After making the perforations, the stamps are ready to go. From the moment it is envisioned by a designer until it comes off the presses, a stamp is an evolving work of art. Shaped by the hands of traditional craftsmen, as well as modern artisans working with computers, the American postage stamp is a unique blend of technologies, old and new.